Hello and welcome back to BTC Channels. My name is Liam, and as always I want to give you the current status of the three color perspectives to give you different views and scenarios on what might happen in the long term. But we also discuss short and mid-term price action. I will show you some very interesting on-chain data and charts. We'll talk ETFs and a lot more. So let's go! Let's start with the KELTNER channels on the daily chart. A short explanation for the KELTNER channels. Typical is a 20 EMA in the middle and 2 times the average above and below, but volatility based, so it can be very useful to see how bullish or how bearish the trend is and if we can expect further continuation to the upside or the downside. For example, in the last few weeks we saw here daily candle closes above the upper line, and this showed us that we could expect further continuation to the upside. This is exactly what we saw until we broke down again in the channel, and we had here a consolidation around the middle line. Now we are above the middle line again, so this is more bullish than bearish. The low target of the channel is now around 60k. The upper line is around 74 to 75k. Now let's have a look on the weekly chart with the KELTNER channels. As we can see, we have weekly candle closes above the KELTNER channels. So this is a very bullish sign and we can expect further continuation to the upside. Even on the monthly chart, we see that we have monthly candle closes above the upper line of the KELTNER channels. And this is, at least for me, a clear indication that we are in a full bull market mode, because every time we had here the monthly candle closes above the upper line, we saw explosive moves to the upside. This is the case for every bull market. Now let's have a look at the current status of the three color perspectives for Bitcoin. Let's start with the blue one. In the blue perspective, we see that the price is moving in the channel in which it previously moved around here and here. So we can say that the upper line of the channel now is around 75k, the lower line is around 60k, so very similar to the KELTNER channels. We had here a try to break through the upper line, but we failed so far. If we break through, the next target would be around 94k. In the yellow perspective, we can see that the price is stuck here in the small channel. It previously moved here in this area. We had a little price action in this channel. If we break the channel to the upside, the next line is around 95k. If we break down, the next support here will be around 56k. And the red one, which is the steepest of the three channels, we see that we are right on this line where the last time we had significant resistance. If we come down again and test the last channel we broke out, we can see a price of 58k. If we break this channel now, we can see again a price of 94 to 95k. If you want to know more about these channels, I made a video where I explain the three color perspectives a little bit deeper. I linked the video above and in the video description. Now let's take a look at the recent ETF data. Now the latest data is from March 28th and we had a net inflow of 182 million. This is a very solid number and we see that the GBTC outflows are decreasing. We had the lowest outflow since March 12th. And again, we see the week closing at over 12,000 Bitcoins that were accumulated by the ETFs. Now the short-term holder cost base is typically defined by a movement of coins that have been held for less than 155 days. Continues to rise now at approximately 57k. And the on-chain college considered this to be a major area of support. Now Bitcoin Manga says that if bulls can push this weekend, we would start April with a bang, because the most short liquidations are at the level of 74k. Now the MVRV Z-score has a mid-cycle pause each cycle when the Z-score is between 2 and 3, where we are right now, price retraces before eventually continuing up. Will we pause here again the cycle, come down again and then go higher? Or does it continue straight up? We will see. Now Willy Woo's price model is a very bullish one. The upper bound right now is about 337k. So this bull market, he says, is still early, equivalent to a 20k of last cycle. Now Glassnode has a very similar opinion, because we see here the price performance since the cycle all-time high, and by both duration and distance from the April 2021 peak, we see here in black. The market is in a near identical spot to the December 2020 relative to the last cycle. Now the CBBI historical chart says that we have a 80% confidence of a market top. This indicator is a very precise one, consisting of 9 different indicators with a very high confidence. So I think there is still a lot of room to go. And the Bitcoin rainbow chart says that we can accumulate and that it is still cheap. So you can stack your sats and make a lot of profit. I will come to an end now. Like the video if you want. See you in the next one. Bye bye.